Water is the one of the most important thing in the earth. On our earth contains with 97% salt water and only 3% fresh water. Earth is the only known planet where water exists in three states, that is, so solid, liquid, and gas. Water has many utility for all the creatures in the world, like for drink, clean up our body, to super photosynthesis for plants, and many more. Beside of that, without water, living things would die. You will die if you go without water for more than a week. Plants will die without water, and that would kill all of the animal that eat the plant.
In our Earth, water has a unique cycle called hydrology cycle or water cycle. This water cycle will cause a natural phenomena such as rain, snow, and hail. So now, let's sit back and enjoy an explanation of the water cycle. Also known as the hydrologic cycle, the water cycle describes the process by which the various forms of water move about the planet in a fairly constant balance. Like all circular items, the water cycle has no true beginning and no end. So, the water cycle is the continuous movement of water in the earth by the physical process of evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and runoff.
The water cycle has four main processes. That is, the first process is evaporation. Evaporation occurs when water transforms from liquid to gas, usually as a result of the sun's warming rise. Evaporation often technically includes transpiration from plants. The vapor they breathe out as they grow. Together, they are specifically referred to as evapotranspiration. The second process is condensation. Condensation occurs as the vapor rises into the atmosphere, creating clouds and fog. Once clouds are formed, advection, the movement of water in its various states through the atmosphere. Without advection, the cycle will screed to a halt, as the water will evaporate and precipitate the next step in the same place. The third process is precipitation. Precipitation occurs when the vapor that condenses comes back out of the sky as rain, snow, sleet, hail. Most of it comes back to the ground or body of water, but some of it is intercepted by plant foliage and evaporates back to the atmosphere instead of making it to the ground in a process called canopy interception. And the last process is runoff. Runoff is the process by which water moves across land and includes both surface runoff, when water travels over land, and channel runoff, when it gets into stream and river. As it bubbles and rumbles along, it can drain into the ground, evaporate into the air, run into and become stored in lakes or reservoirs, or be jetted up for human use. To make you more understand about the water cycle, let's watch the animation about the water cycle.
The water cycle starts from the rising of the sun. Then, the heat of the sun evaporates water from the surface. Evaporation can occur at sea or on land that is derived from plants. After the water evaporates, the water vapor lump up into clouds. This process called condensation. Once the water content in the cloud is quite a lot, so that the cloud becomes saturated. The water then falling back to the land with the help of the wind. This process called precipitation. The rain fall to the earth's surface, creating a flow underground. This is caused by rainwater seep into the soil pores. Rainwater that does not soak into the ground, flowing at ground level and then return to the sea. This process called runoff. Not all the water back into the sea. The water is stored as a water backup, as ice on the mountains, into the lakes, or stored in the soil. Due to the rain, the river water volume increases, so the river water flowing back into the sea. In this cycle, if there are rubbing of the clouds, will cause the flow of electricity in the sky, which we know as lightning. This cycle will continue to repeat to maintain the balance of this earth. Okay, that's all the explanation about the water cycle. We hope you understand and enjoy our explanation. And goodbye.